So, now we have more players talking. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. Front office, get her done. Because this is going to be an absolute mess. Because I feel like Joe Burrow is going to go on ESPN next. And the last thing you want is your whole entire team going on any type of ESPNs and talking about contracts. So Zeus, or Orlando Brown Jr., went on ESPN to talk about Trey Hendrickson's contract situation. Yeah, again, you don't want this to become a thing. Front office. Okay, I have to cover half the screen, by the way. This is not me posting this graphic because whatever. I had to post half the screen because it's ESPN's content, and they're getting mad at me. So let's go ahead and play this and see what they have to say.
It felt like they did the right things. They got T signed, they got Jamar signed. But now with Trey being out, Shamar Stewart looking for a contract, how are you guys staying on task so you don't have the same thing befall you that has happened the last 2 seasons?
Yeah, I think, man, we got a very close locker room, first and foremost. So, guys have talked to Trey, guys have talked to Shamar. Even when Jamar and T were going through what they were going through, we spoke to them. Ultimately, man, it's the NFL. You know, it's a business. It's part of it. You know, these type of things happen. But I would imagine these deals will get done hopefully sooner rather than later.
All right, never mind, front office. Keep doing what you're doing. I didn't realize that Orlando Brown Jr. was an industry plant at this point. I'm joking. Okay, so I'll be honest with you. I really thought this was gonna go the opposite way. Good on Orlando Brown Jr., kind of keeping the peace here. So I guess his job is go in there and kind of like try to calm down the situation. It's a business situation. That's pretty much all it is. Everyone understands that. Everyone's cool. Everyone's calm. This doesn't have to be this whole drama show, which I'll be honest, I think I agree 1,000% with that. I know Trey said that this is now personal. This is now a situation where it's beyond just business because of the whole Zach Taylor texted him and told him if he doesn't go in the mandatory minicamp, he'll be fine. Nonetheless, though, which he was, he didn't go. But nonetheless, though, it looks like Orlando Brown Jr. is trying to kind of like dwindle down this public, backlash of the team. So I gotta give him a lot of props because I'll be honest with you, going into this video, I thought it was gonna be the complete opposite. I really did. I thought we were going to go in this video and he was going to go off about the situation. And instead, no. He kind of, in a way, made the front office look good because it was like, okay, well, this is kind of how business is. It is what it is. It's not that big of a deal. It's everyone's okay. So, shout out to Orlando Brown Jr. because this could have went completely opposite. Although I will say, now it's kind of throwing me for a loop because if another player comes up and starts talking, right, and says whatever they want to say, I'm not going to know what to expect. Like, am I going to expect them to go off? Am I going to expect them to be calm and collect like this? Like, I'm now just kind of like, mentally not knowing what to expect here. But as it says, and let me go ahead and take off the graphic on the screen here. Report to training camp by July 22nd. So by July 22nd, all players have to report to training camp. Now, my guess is Trey's not going to. That would be my assumption. Hopefully he does, just for the case of nipping this whole thing in the butt and not dealing with it anymore, but at the same time, it wouldn't shock me if he doesn't report. I mean, I think he's trying to prove a point, and he's already took the fines of not showing up to mandatory minicamp, so I don't really see the reason why he would automatically switch his mind for a training camp. At this point, he's trying to prove a point that he wants to get paid. Now, we know that the Micah Parson and TJ Watt contracts are going to get done before training camp. It's already been publicly out there that they're going to get those contracts done. And if they get those contracts done before Trey gets his contract done, price tag's only going to go up even more. So, ay. That the word? That's the word. Because that's how I feel right now. And I'm hoping that this situation doesn't boil into anything worse than it already is, and we can just get the situation done with. But I feel like if Joe Burrow goes up there, he's going to... I don't know. I feel like Joe Burrow will say the same as Zeus. I don't think he's going to say anything too crazy different. I feel like... I feel like Ken Taylor Britt would say something. Like, off the wall. I don't know why. He gives me the off the wall type of response. So, tell me down below which player do you think would give the most off the wall response if they went up there? I feel like BJ Hill might say something funny. But yeah, I mean, again, like I said, this is business, right? And I know Trey has said it's become personal now because of the whole thing. But it's business, and this is why you have an agent, and you hire your agent to go and talk to the team and represent you on your behalf, and that's how everything shakes out. Obviously, Trey has, he wants to make sure his wife, his agent are involved in this, and involved in this whole situation throughout the whole thing. But this is why they tell you as, players, do not get yourself or your family involved, because this is a cutthroat business. You're going to hear some very negative things about you if you get involved. And that's why you hire an agent to hopefully work out the best contract situation on your behalf. It is what it is. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. See you guys next one. Peace.